What witches do when they begin to lose their power over you? This is the side of spiritual warfare that many people are not talking about. What happens when your prayers begin to produce results? When the witches begin to lose their power over you? When the chains begin to break? If you're ignorant of these signs, you might give up, you might think you're losing, but in real sense, your prayers are actually working. So what are some of the signs that you will see when you start destroying the powers and the spells of the witches over you? So the first thing that witches will always do when you begin to destroy their powers and spells is that they will intensify the attacks before they retreat. When witchcraft begins to lose its power over a person, they may experience severe pains, increase in bad dreams, they feel emotionally drained, not because the witches are strong, but because they are reacting. If you're wise, do not give up at that point. It simply means that your prayers are working. So don't lose hope thinking that you're losing it. Secondly, when you begin to destroy the powers and the works of the enemy, they start to monitor you closely. When you start dismantling the work of the witches, they will start to monitor you both physically and spiritually. They will not just sit back. You may experience dreams where you're being observed and watched. This simply means they're trying to observe before they strike. It does not mean that you're losing the battle. It simply means that something has shifted in the spiritual realm. The third thing that witches will do when you begin to destroy their powers is that they will try to re-enter through destruction. When they cannot overpower you spiritually, they begin to change strategy. They start attacking you from the inside and not the outside. Physical battles are won or lost through access. It is very possible for you to open doors to the enemy if you are careless. So what kind of door are they looking for? A door through lust? A door through discouragement? A door through compromise? And so on. They're not doing this because they're stronger than you. They're doing this because they cannot gain access until permission is granted. Number 4. When witches notice that you're destroying their powers, they will try hard to manipulate your dreams. You may begin to experience dreams where you're being chased, being attacked, seeing old faces, being fed in dreams, eating in dreams, sexual dreams, and so on. They're doing this in order for them to gain access, to put fear in you, and to manipulate your spiritual work. Now listen to me carefully. The presence of attacks does not always mean defeat. Sometimes it means resistance because something is working. They may try, they may attempt, they may send disturbances. But one thing is for sure, if you remain consistent, they will never succeed, because your life is no longer under their control. Number 5. They spread confusion around your destiny. When witches notice that they cannot attack you spiritually, they begin to attack your reputation, your relationships, and your opportunities. Suddenly, people begin to misunderstand you. They begin to hate you for no reason. They start spreading false narratives and accusations about you. You may begin to experience attack on your reputation. This is not a problem. It simply means that your prayers are working. Number 6. So this is the most important. When witches notice that your power surpasses theirs, they withdraw because they realize they have lost. When spiritual practices become more effective, and when your authority becomes stronger, the witches withdraw, not because they suddenly become kind, but because they know and understand that your power is more stronger than theirs. They are left with no option but to leave you alone.